It is 1 o'clock, and we are going to call the City Council special meeting for Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025 to order. At this time, I will ask Mr. Powers, will you lead us in our invocations today, please? Sure.
Today, and that we would have a mind of service and a desire to do what is right for the city and in accordance with your will. We ask you, Father, please be with our families who support us and be with all those who may be suffering from physical illnesses and that type of thing. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Jerry, will lead us in our pledges?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, one indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
God bless Texas. Thank you, gentlemen. Some of you saw at the Memorial Day event that we wrote some names down. So today is the first day of honoring that, and I have a few names. So I will draw one for today, and the meeting will be in that person's honor. And I feel like if we're honoring someone who gave their life for our country, then I don't think we really have to talk about rules of decorum. We should just be respectful since we're going to be honoring today Sergeant Hunter, who was killed in action in Afghanistan in 2017. So today we'll honor Sergeant Hunter. With that, do we have any citizens' comments? Nope, no citizens' comments. All right, well, that takes us to Section 5 of the consent agenda. Does anyone see anything on there that needs to be pulled for discussion? If not, I'll entertain a motion for approval.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Aye.
And show that unanimous. That brings up our next item. Item number 6. Angela, I'll go ahead and read it. 6.1. Discuss and consider approval of sending a letter to the court in conjunction with RCH to end litigation and mediation related to RCH Water Supply Corporation versus City of McLendon-Chisholm and Taylor Duncan Interest, LLC, cause number 1-24-1646, pending in the 382nd District Court of Rockwall County, Texas. I'll entertain a motion for discussion.
I'll make a motion to discuss the approval of sending a letter to the court in conjunction with RCH to end litigation and mediation related to RCH Water Supply Corporation versus City of McLendon-Chisholm and Taylor Duncan Interest.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, so it's open for discussion. I usually go down the list. On this particular item, being that it is legal in nature, if anyone does have something they want to speak with Mr. Hall on, he is on standby for a Zoom call. If we have to go into executive session, does anyone see a need for executive session, or are we good with discussion out here? All right, well then we'll go down the list like we always do. Mr. Easter.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds good to try to end the litigation and do what we can to reach some mutual understanding that everybody comes out okay on this. But I'm a little unclear of what's going to be in this letter and why it's in there, because as I understand it, that RCH initiated litigation, and that if they wanted to, they could just drop it completely, even though it's in mediation. So I'm trying to understand what the purpose of these letters are for.
I can answer that. So our attorney from Bickerstaff, Gunner, actually brought this to my attention. It wasn't RCH. and Gunner reached out and said, hey, we need to act on sending a letter to the court letting them know that we are looking to cease mediation so that we can save that money, being that it looks like we're going to be able to have conversations with them. With that said, we had some emails back and forth with myself, Mr. Sequest, and Jim Bradbury, which is the attorney for RCH. So our attorneys and their attorneys were on all the email chains. And it was agreed upon that we would send a joint letter. And the reason it has to be a joint letter is because the court has to, even though they are the ones suing the city, being that we both agreed on mediation, we now both have to show that we want to end the mediation and we're going to try to work things out. The letter is basically very simple. Angela, if you have copies, you're welcome to give them to them. You'll see the one from RCH, and you'll see the one that has been drafted by Mr. Holla for us to send to Judge Cooks, as well as a copy to RCH, Taylor Duncan, Land Solutions, and then we were also going to send an email to Judge Cooks just because she is a visiting judge and we don't want to make sure she gets everything she needs. Reason it wasn't in the packet is because I didn't know if we were going to go to executive session. And so since it's a legal item, it was for that reason. I'll give y'all a few minutes to look it over. But I haven't signed it yet. We have to approve the signature, and then yes, they will. As a matter of fact, I have spoke with them. I'll be hand delivering all the copies to all the people who are CC'd, minus the email. Angela will forward that. Okay. Mr. Towery, do you have anything? Mayor Pro Tim Brewer.
So I think just for the public's consumption, it's more about we're just asking for an additional 90 days to avoid having to go into a mediation format with the judge, which is more expensive for the city and for RCH, because we believe maybe we can talk this out.
That is spot on, sir.
All right.
And so to give everybody an idea for the public, the mediation had a fee of $15,000. Both parties have to pay a fair share of that, $7,500 and $7,500. And then it's the legal fees. The legal fees for us is we have to pay for the travel of our attorney to come here for that. However many hours that takes, we pay for that as well, plus his drive back and any notes and work after. We were estimated with Gunner on this to be over $15,000 roughly for the city to have to pay. And I just felt that we can figure this out. Mr. Goodman.
No, I'm good. I'm all for saving money.
Mr. Powers. All right, well, we've had a motion in a second, so I will take a vote. All those in favor say aye.
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 Show that unanimous. It is 1:09, and we are adjourned.